everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Kia in Ewing to check out this pre-owned 2024 Chevy Trax RS. This is the top of the line 2 RS trim. They're like impossible to find right now new at Chevy dealers. This young lady decided after 5,000 miles, I need something besides this, and she traded this in on a new Kia Sportage plug-in hybrid. So what we're going to do today is we're going to check out this Trax 2 RS, see what the top trim is bringing in the 24 Trax. So let's dig in. All right, as we take a look at the front end of the 2 RS Trax, we have that fountain blue. Paint plays off well against that gloss black grille, the blacked out Chevy bow tie in the middle, LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED turn signals, and no fog lamps. That might have been a nice touch on this top of the line 2 RS Trax. The RS badge in red on the right side of the grille, but it's a good looking front end here on the Trax. Wheel and tire package on the Trax. We have a 19-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, gloss black, silver accents, standard brake and rotor package, blacked out Chevy bow tie on the center cap. Now these 19-inch wheels are wrapped in Continental Pro Contact all-season tires, 245 on the width, a 45 series sidewall 19s, all 4 corners, front wheel drive. Full side profile on this 2 RS Trax, fountain blue, the flat black plays off well against it. No chrome around the window surrounds, which I like. We have the flat black plastic around the wheel wells and on the door sills. It comes up a little high. It's a bit thick down there, but overall I think it's a good looking SUV. There's only so much you can do with SUV design because it's an SUV. So you're limited, but I think compared to the outgoing Trax, this is miles ahead when it comes to exterior design. Let me know what you think. Moving in closer, we are gloss black on the side view mirrors, color matched on the front and the rear door handle, fuel filler on the left side. We do have that roof spoiler coming off the back. We have an old-fashioned antenna. Please give me the shark fin up here. Gloss black on the roof rails, color matched roof, no sunroof. Rear end of this Trax, I like the way they have the color match roof spoiler coming off the top, but let's tuck this underneath and get it out of the way, protect it from the elements. Blacked out Chevy bow tie on the bottom, RS down here on the right, LED taillights with standard turn signals up top, nice smoothed out lower bumper area, exhaust tucked up underneath, Trax in black on the left, RS on the right. Not a bad looking rear end for an SUV. Let me know what you guys think about how this shapes up. Right, we're under the hood of this 24 Trax 2 RS, and what do we have for a power plant? We have a 1.2 liter turbocharged inline 3-cylinder engine mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 137 horsepower, 162 pound-feet of torque, MPGs 28 in the city, 32 on the highway, 30 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87. So you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Right, before we get started in the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this Trax cost? For the 2 RS, I'm going to give you the new vehicle information off the window sticker. So here we go. Base price 2 RS trim, $23,900. This Trax has a couple of options, and you have to add an additional $650 for the driver confidence package. That gets you rear cross traffic alert, lane change alert with side blind zone alert, and adaptive cruise. Then we added an additional $395 for the fountain blue paint. We then have to add in destination and delivery of $1,095 from GM's Daewoo assembly plant in South Korea. And your total MSRP from the factory for a top trim Trax is $26,040. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. All-season mats are in there, but I would like to see those all-season mats climb up the carpeted dead pedal, because take a look, it's getting some wear already at only 5,000 miles. Seats, we have manual seats for the driver and the front passenger. Black Evotex seating material with the red stitching, with the red piping, with the stripe, with the RS embroidered into the headrests, which look really good. Nice and soft, nice, almost semi-firm bolstering, but it really looks good in here. Door panels on this top trim Chevy 2 RS. We don't have soft touch on the top of the door panel. It's all hard black plastic. with your chrome door handle, flat black on the switchgear. We do have a little soft touch on the armrest on the door, but it's still really firm. But you do have that red stitching to kind of bring that RS vibe into the door. We have a decent sized door pocket for such a small vehicle. Up top, hard black plastic. You have your RS design into the heat and air vent. Here on the gloss black plastic, it does say RS, which is a nice touch. And then down below, nice large glove box. Infotainment screen, we have Chevrolet's 11-inch infotainment LCD panel, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. No, this one does not have nav, so all the nav is going to come through your phone, which is fine when it's all wireless. But you can Bluetooth your phone, you can go to your music, you can go to your settings, set up your climate or how you want it, set up how you want your vehicle settings to be. So it is really nice and easy. It responds very, very quickly to the touch. And then you can go back to settings. There's your CarPlay and Android Auto apps right there. You got your Wi-Fi hotspot you can set up. So it's a really nice, easy system to use. And again, it is a touch screen. And so you can have up whatever you would like here on the front. You got your maintenance. You got your gauges if you want to have your gauges up here. And then you got your trip if you want to have your trip up here. So it's really quite easy to use. We'll go back to home, and there we go. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put the gauges up here. I like that better. Now we go to reverse. Nice large backup camera. Takes up almost a whole 11-inch screen with trajectory. Love the GM backup camera. And there you have it. There's your volume knob right there, up here. And now you have 2 heat and air vents. Down below you have a single zone climate control, which is fine, and 3 stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And here's your 4-way hazards. Down below you have a 12-volt, a USB-C, and a USB-A, and an area to put your phone or store some other stuff. Here's the gear shift that's going to take you through the 6-speed automatic. You got the leather with the stitching on the gator, and then you have that RS sitting right there looking good. We do have some gloss black around here, which I'm not in love with. And then you have your lane keep assist on off right up here, as well as your engine auto stop start on the other side right there. We're going to leave that off today. Key fob, I just love the Chevy key fobs. They look good and they feel good in your hand. Unlock, lock, remote start, panic button, bow tie on the back, looking good. More storage in here, and then we have our, I'm not going to say semi-soft, semi-firm center armrest. You open that up, and you have an area for storage. Trax wheel, I love the steering wheel here. We have the perforated leather with the stitching and the Chevy blacked out bow tie. Flat bottom, easy to get in and out of with the flat bottom, so I like that quite a bit. Flat black on the switchgear. Here's your heated steering wheel right here. And then we have our cruise control, and we have our parking sensor controls. And on the side here, you have your telephone voice commands and your music and your phone controls. So they got you set right there. And now up here, you got your adaptive high beams. You got your directionals. And on the right side, front and rear wiper. Down here on the dash, you have your brighten and dim the dash, and then to adjust your headlights. We do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel in the Trax, so that's nice. And then we have a nice digital dash, which I think looks really good. Very, very easy to use, very, very easy to look at going down the road. So I really like how that looks. Overhead console, pretty simple to use, really. You want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door. This button remains in the center. When you open the door, the lighting comes on. Close the door, lighting goes off. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. OnStar right there. Sun visor with vanity. And then, does it slide? No, it does not. Now this particular 2RS, as you can see, does not have a sunroof. Now, you can get a sunroof on a 2RS Trax trim. It's $895 extra for the power sunroof, but that also gets you a wireless charging pad. If you're interested, you can option that in. Getting in the back of the Trax, I have the seat set for my driving position, so we're going to hop on in. No problem getting in. Plenty of room back here for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". We have that Ecotex material all the way down, but no seat pocket behind the driver. We have one behind the front passenger. In the back, we do have a USB-C, USB-A, and an area for storage. And we go down further. No, there's no other action down there. Back door panel, the same as the front, as you can see, except there's no black stitching on the insert, which I don't like. So there you go. There's the door panel on the front. There's the door panel on the back. It's just all very, very hard black plastic, and armrest is as hard as a rock as well. So there's some cost cutting going on the back of this door panel here on the Trax. But we do have the same rear seats with the stripe. They're nice and comfortable. But look at this. No armrest on a top trim Trax. That's unacceptable. We need to have an armrest back here when you're going top trim. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's in an expensive car. There needs to be one back here, because right now the only place I can put a water bottle or a drink are in these tiny door pockets on either side. Getting in the cargo area of this Trax 2RS, come to the back. We don't have a power tailgate. Underneath the Chevy bow tie, push the button and lift up. And there you have it, with the rear seats up, 25.6 cubic feet of cargo space. Not bad for a small subcompact. We do have this partial shelf or tonneau cover, which I don't like, but you can take this out and get rid of it. Here are your carpeted floor mats and the rest of your all-season mats that haven't been used. Here's the all-season cargo mat right there. And then underneath here, we do have a spare, so thank you, Chevy, for the spare tire. We have some lighting in here as well. Now, to put those rear seats down, at first you got to get the tonneau cover out of the way, because you can't reach in there. So now you can reach in and push these down. Reach in. See if I can push this one down. There they go. But now this is in the way. So we can take this out, no problem. As you can see, I'll just lay it down gently on the ground. And now, with the tonneau cover out and the rear seats down, you got 54.1 cubic feet of space, which is a pretty good number in an ultra small subcompact SUV. So that's a nice job from Chevy, giving you that extra room. All right, here's our window sticker for this 2RS Trax. So we'll zoom on in, try to give you all the action. Fuel economy estimates. Made in Korea. Let's take her out for a spin. All right, we are out here driving this 24 Trax 2RS top trim in the fountain blue. And, you know, first things first, this is so much better than the outgoing 2022 Trax, for sure. You got plenty of visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirror, rear window, no problem. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz is in this Trax. And you're getting a top trim 2RS for 26 grand new. And if you want, you can spend the extra 895 bucks, 900 bucks, and add in your power moonroof and get the wireless charging pad at the same time. So then you got the roof, you got twin digital displays, you have your heated seats and heated steering wheel and a wireless charging with USB-A and USB-C connectivity. And now you got something I think that's really quite attractive for $27,000. So that's a really good deal. Now the downside to this vehicle, small engine, right? 1.2 turbo 3. And the upside though is you don't have a CVT, you have a 6-speed automatic. So there, and you got much more storage space in the back of this one than you did in the outgoing one. And for a subcompact, it's got some good room. Not class leading, but some good room. And I think it's a fairly attractive design on this Trax. What we don't know is how reliable this will be with such the small turbo engine. We'll find that out over time. But I like the way it drives. I like the way it handles. I like where the price point is on this vehicle. So it's accessible to most people if they need an SUV. I would prefer them to come out with an all-wheel drive version of this. I'm sure they're probably working on an all-wheel drive version of this because, frankly, front-wheel drive only isn't going to cut it in today's world where everybody has a all-wheel drive version of their subcompact SUV. But I like the fact that we have all the safety suite of technology in here. I love the seats. They're nice and comfortable. I do like the RS embroidery. I like the vibe on the inside with the black and the red accents. I think that looks really good. The fountain blue is a good color. Not my taste in color, but I think it's a good color on this vehicle, offsetting the black. So I think they got something to talk about with this vehicle, and I think it should be a fairly easy used car to sell with only 5,550 miles on it. But we're going to take this critique from the original owner and we're going to try to put it through some paces up here on the back roads just to see if this vehicle has any guts at all when it comes to getting this thing moving, or if it's just a bit too slow and they're going to need to rethink this Turbo 3 that's in here. But let's see what happens. First of all, a couple of hairpin turns to check out the handling. And we got some lean. Steering's good, but we definitely have some roll. Next turn. Definitely have some roll, but good handling. It's not the tightest steering, but it is adequate. Point the vehicle where you want it to go, and it goes. So I got no problem there. Let's check out the brakes. We'll just get by this walkway here. Let's check out the brakes in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, they just slam on and stop the car really fast. So I like that, and now we're back up to speed. Or the 6-speed automatic shifts well, no problem. I like that, because in a car this inexpensive, you could have easily gone with a CVT transmission in here, but they decided to go with the regular 6-speed automatic, so I like that choice. But let's see what we're going to do out here on the back roads, and let's see how this thing goes. 3, 2, 1. Spinning the wheels, so we're having a little hard time getting the power down. And up the road we go. It ain't that bad. It ain't that great, but it ain't that bad as far as getting up to speed. Now, I can see if you're in a tight jam and you need to get out of a place quick and you want immediate response, you're not going to get it here, because you're going to get that slight turbo lag, and then you're going to spin wheels, and then you're going to move. So, again, I think an all-wheel drive setup with this engine and transmission would probably get you out of a tight spot sooner than later. And with only the front wheel drive, it's a little lacking. So I can see the point of what the previous owner had when she commented about the car when trading it in. Okay, from a slow roll, because I don't want to spin wheels. 3, 2, 1. There's the delay. Now it kicks in. But that transmission is shifting very well. Hit the turns. Again, you're getting some roll. So, again, the RS is a sport appearance package. This is the same driveline you're going to have in any other Trax. We're going to stop again, and now we're going to go. yeah, I mean, I think an all-wheel drive might solve some of the problems the previous owner mentioned, but it isn't the fastest thing. But it's still, you know, fun to drive fast. You know, I think it's a lot of fun to drive a slow car fast. And this is definitely on the slower side, but it's not a slouch. And I love the fact that this engine is run in, so we can really give you a good demo on how this is going to react under heavy load. So let me know, what do you think about this 2RS Trax? Is this something that would interest you? Is this something that you would want to rock in? Or are you going somewhere else with that hard-earned subcompact SUV money? Let me know what you think. But I want to thank Ciocca Kia here in Ewing, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this 2024 pre-owned Chevy Trax 2RS for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.